Here I am asked to simplify each of the following expressions. These are the problems that I'm going to use the giant 1 to help me out on these. So the first one I'm going to actually rewrite as x plus y divided by 1 over x plus 1 over y. And when I am trying to simplify this complex fraction, I'm multiplying by a giant 1, meaning I'm going to multiply by something that should get rid of every little denominator that I'm dealing with, which is x and y. So I'm going to multiply xy times every single piece here, and I'll show you what we get. We end up getting x squared y plus xy squared. And then on the bottom, I got xy over x plus xy over y. And if I did everything right, this next step here, I should be able to cancel out any of these smaller denominators here. So I should really end up with, oops, my fault. So on this one here, I should be canceling out the x's. And so I get x squared y plus xy squared over whatever's left with is just y plus x. Now, once you get to this step, I recommend factoring as much as possible because in this top one here, I can really pull out an xy, and that leaves me with x plus y on the top. And then on the bottom, I just switch these around, and now I can end up canceling. So my final simplified answer for this one is just xy. Okay, for the second one, since we're subtracting, we need to have a common denominator. And to get a common denominator, we need to multiply by a giant 1. So on the left side here, I'm going to go ahead and multiply by x over x. On the right side, I'm going to multiply by x plus y over x plus y. So my top is going to become x squared, x plus y. Then when I multiply these two numerators, if you were to put it in a box or use FOIL, what you would end up getting is x squared minus y squared. And now since my denominators are the same, I can just subtract the top. So I'm doing x squared minus all of this, meaning don't forget I need to distribute the negative. So x squared minus x squared is just 0. And then really nothing minus a negative y squared should give me a positive y squared over x times x plus y. And that should be my final answer. For C, now C has negative exponents, and negative exponents should also start me to think about doing the giant 1, because if I notice this x to the power of negative 3, it's not attached to the 3, right? I don't have parentheses here. So the negative 3 just applies to the x, which means that this is really going to become 3 over x cubed. Then we got plus 4x over 2x minus 1 over x squared, because again, I have this x to the power of negative 2. Now I'm using my giant 1. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by x to the power of 3, because when I get 3x cubed over x cubed, these will cancel out. 2x to the power of 4 minus x cubed over x squared. Well, there's 3 x's on the top and 2 on the bottom, so those will cancel to leave me with just x. So now I got 3 plus 4x to the power of 4 over 2x to the power of 4 minus x. Now be careful, because a lot of people think, oh, now I can cancel these x to the power of 4s. That is not true, because we are adding things together. So when I am doing this here, I really can't cancel these out because of the addition and subtraction. So I could leave my answer like this. I could clean it up a couple of different ways. I could, put it in standard form on the top and bottom. I could factor to see if there's anything else that would cancel, but in this case here, I cannot do it. So this is my final answer. Honestly, any of these three would probably do.